Hi there, my name is Joshua Lee, and today I'm here to talk about my creative vision statement. Okay, before we get started, I couldn't decide whether to do my project on film or theater-based directing, so I decided to do it on both. Just thought I'd tell you to keep you up to speed. Now the first question that we need to tackle is, what will my life look and feel like in 5 years? That's a pretty tough question to tackle, so let's take a look at that. Okay, so I'm expecting a hard uphill struggle when I get out of college. Now to get started, in June, I will be getting married to my girlfriend Kendra Mellon. So in 5 years, I hope to be celebrating 5 years of good marriage. Knock on wood, right? We also need to think about whether we're going to have kids or not, so that's something to take into consideration. Also in 5 years, I hope to be either going to or in a grad school, either for an AAS in film directing and production, or maybe an MFA in theater directing. Overall, I hope to be stepping up and getting my hands dirty with launching my future career. The next thing we have to figure out is, where will I be? Now, this isn't a case of where in the world is Carmen Sandiego, but let's think about it. So Kendra and I are taking multiple things in consideration, namely proximity to families and support groups, easy accessibility to jobs and work, as well as future opportunities for grad school. We're currently considering somewhere in the Denver, Littleton, or Centennial area. Of course, this will depend on where Kendra can find a job as a theater teacher, but Littleton and Centennial match closely to our needs. We want to rent out a place for the first few years and then go from there. We may also move if after a few years we decide we want to go back to school for our master's degrees. Okay then. Something else we need to take into consideration is, what will I be doing for work and in my spare time? Besides getting video game achievements, there are a couple things I can think about for this question. So, for the moment, I'm not entirely sure what I'll be doing for my day job, so just stay tuned regarding that. In my off hours, I will be networking, finding ways to hone and practice my skills. Since having expertise in theatrical directing and film production makes me more marketable, I will be aiming to develop both of those areas. Okay, so consider where I'm going to be and what I'm going to do in 5 years. But another thing to take into consideration is, what will I have accomplished? Let's consider that for a moment. The major thing that I need to consider is that I will need to have at least 6 to 8 directing credits under my belt before I can even consider grad school. These credits can be through assistant directing, or producing pieces either with mentors or self-produced works. So one thing that is important for me to discuss is, how will I describe myself and what I do to others? I'm very passionate about this, so let's talk about it. When people ask me what I do for a living, I want to be able to say that I tell stories for a living. I want to make pieces that explore the human condition and what occurs when that humanity is lost or corrupted. This can be expressed either through theatrical directing or filmmaking, but that's what I want to get across with my art. So another detail that would be good to discuss is, what will my future self hope their life looks like and feels like in 5 years? Beyond time travel, let's see if we can shed some light on this question. In 10 years, I would hope to see myself graduating from a master's program and moving into my chosen career path, whether that is theatrical directing, film producing, or maybe storyboard artistry. I've always had a fancy for that. Also, I hope that Kendra and I will have found a more stable living situation, and that we will both be moving into permanent or contracted positions in our respective fields. Now, finally, we get to the crucial component of this video. What is my first step or way station on my 5-year dream? I've thought about this very hard, so let's talk about it.
Created using Powtoon.